Okay, and so the lesson that we're on, again, just to remind you, is about Scrooge's transformation after the Cratchit's visit. We're looking at specifically how wider society begins to be used by Dickens to represent Christmas spirit and also that sort of idea of a social conscience. Okay, so what I want you to do for me now, as it says here, read through this extract that we've got below, and it sort of follows on immediately when they begin to leave the Cratchits, and they go this sort of kind of quick round Britain tour of different places. Now use different colours. So let's say for Christmas spirit, you might want to use yellow, and then for hardship endured, if you just use, say, green, as long as you get two contrasting colours, what you've got to do as you read through here, you've got to underline 5 phrases that you think reveal how Christmas spirit is present and alive and well, even in these sort of seemingly sort of socially sort of deprived areas that Scrooge gets taken around. This is more the sort of the people who are kind of the dispossessed in society. And then in the other colour, 5 phrases that you think reveal the hardship that is being suffered by these people, endured by these people at the same time. So what you should hopefully find is within roughly the same sort of area of the text, you'll find that you're seeing Christmas spirit being present alongside hardship that people are going to have to endure. So it's just gone 3:30 now. If I give you until I'll give you until 20 to 4, yeah, just because it's a fairly short piece of text here. Just read through that. Highlight 5 things that you think show Christmas spirit being present and 5 things that show hardship being endured. Off you go. So, Okay, let us begin to discuss this then. So if we go through it, let's do this first of all. Let's get the 5 positives. And so 5 places where you see Christmas spirit being present. Leon, if I can ask you first, where did you first find a little bit of Christmas spirit being present?
In like the second and third line, it says, "But they can see me, or they know me."
Ah, right. Right. Yep. Got you. Yep. Okay. But you know it. Good. Thank you. Christian, where else did you see Christmas spirit being shown in this extract?
We're singing them a Christmas song.
Yeah. Well, if that's not Christmas spirit, Christian, what is? Yeah. So singing him a Christian song. Very good. So moving on now. Lottie, where else did you see Christmas spirit being applied in this extract?
I put the one before singing the Christmas song. I put they found a cheerful company assembled.
Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah, they found a cheerful company. Yeah, assembled. Very good. Okay. That'll do me. Jess Frith, another example of Christmas happiness, Christmas spirit being present here.
Before was singing them a Christmas song.
Right.
Gaily in their holiday attire.
Oh, yeah, decked out gaily in their holiday attire. Yes, very good, very nice, like that. Kimmy, can we have one other, please? Are you there, Kimmy? Are you with us?
Yeah, the ones I've got have been
Oh, for goodness sake, come for goodness sake. You get the whole text. Look at the last 3 lines, Kimmy. Down here. Something that shows Christmas spirit.
Christmas Day.
But do you think that might be? And what's above, directly above that? What are the 2 guys on the deck in the ship? What are they doing?
Laughing.
Kimmy, all you have to just look at the text, right? You got me Christmas Day. Look at this up here, or over
Christmas.
here.
Christmas tune and Christmas, or had a
Yeah.
Christmas thought.
Yeah. So they're humming a Christmas tune. That sounds a bit Christmassy to me. Or they had a Christmas thought. That sounds equally Christmassy to me. Good. So we've got our 5. I just want to show that there might well be others. Who can I ask that? Matthew, anywhere else that you've noted that there is Christmas spirit present?
In the second bottom paragraph, it says, "Shed out a ray of brightness on the awful sea."
Oh, yes. Yeah, very good. Happiness, joyfulness, good. George, can you add to our Christmas spirit collection?
I said about the 2 men lighting the fire
Yeah.
because
Okay.
the fires resembles the cold, and you'd associate the cold with December, which has Christmas in it.
Yeah, you could do. To ask now. Tom, have you got any other Christmas spirits of happiness and joy?
Is it all joined in choirs or?
Again, oh, good. Yeah, yeah, they all joined in the chorus. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yep. And also, I was thinking about down here, the obvious one. I'm sure some people have got it, but they're just not mentioning it. The 2 guys at the lighthouse wishing each other Merry Christmas with their drinks. Very good. So there we have got our Christmas spirit. Now, what we're looking at now is we're looking for where people are enduring great hardship at the same time as being full of the joys of Christmas. So, Jess Frith, can you give me one example, please, of hardship being endured?
In the first bit where they say, "A place where men live who labour in the bowels of the earth."
Yeah, very good. Good. Now, that gives us a real kind of image of where they are. That's very good. Okay, Leon, what did you have for one of your examples of hardship being endured?
Hold on.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm just looking for one again. In the 3rd paragraph or
Yeah.
4th, it says his ears were deafened by the thundering of water.
Yeah, we can do that. Are we through this? Yeah. Sorry, got you. Different. Yeah. And again, we could carry on that. It's there amongst the dreadful caverns. It roared and raged. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Christian, can you give me an example, please, of hardship in this text? Christian, are you there? Christian's gone quiet. George, what about you? Can you give me an example of hardship, please?
I got all 3 of the ones you've just written down.
Okay.
Get anything else.
You didn't get any others?
No.
Really?
I don't know how I didn't see anything else.
You didn't see anything else. Right. George, focus on this paragraph here. Is there nothing that tells you that maybe they're suffering great hardship?
Dismal reef of sunken rocks.
Yeah. Was that hard, George?
No.
No, it wasn't. Stop being so lazy. Yeah. But again, this is where their lighthouse is built, and that's where they are. And you got all the sea and pounding around them. It's not a nice place to be, is it? No. Kimmy, what about you? Another sign of hardship, please. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 at a push. Can you give me an example of hardship being endured?
Born of the Wind. One man, I suppose.
Yeah, where's that? Which
And that paragraph that George just did, but on the third line
right.
down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's getting pushed and tossed about, yes, by the sea and by the natural elements here. Okay. Any other examples of hardship that we can see in this extract here? Who can ask? Oh, Lottie, what have you got? Have you got anything that we haven't already highlighted for hardship? No? Anybody then? Anybody else got anything they want to chip in then for the hardship that the people are suffering here?
Maybe where it says damaged and scared with hard weather.
Yes, yes, that's it, exactly. Damaged and scarred with his face is all damaged and scarred with hardware, and it shows you how much the elements have taken their toll on him, doesn't it? All of these things here, it's what Dickens appears to be doing is throughout this is as we can see here, I mean, the yellow and the gold are fairly intertwined, and they're fairly both liberally dotted throughout this extract here. And we go through different aspects of people. We go through the miners. We then go through as well the 2 lighthouse keepers, and then we go on to the actual crew and the ship at sea on this sort of really dark, dreary December winter night. But no matter how bad it is, whether they're in this area where they seem to very sort of labour in the bowels of earth, and so you think of these people almost living underground. And we've also got it mentions in this paragraph here, we've got the howling wind, and it's the barren wasteland. Even here, in this place where there seems to be nothing to be joyous about, we do have people singing a Christmas song, and as was mentioned earlier on, everybody joins in. It's not just one sort of strange person who's full of Christmas spirit. They all get involved, and so we have that as a sort of our first snapshot. Okay, boom. And then our second snapshot, the spirit. He doesn't linger about, and it says that he doesn't tarry. He takes him, and he takes him across, speeding across the moor and out over land, out until they get out to the sea, and there where they come across, and it's this solitary lighthouse. It is isolated. It is alone in the North Sea. The great waves leaping up at them. Even here in this sort of dismal surrounding, they still, on Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, all the 2 men themselves wish each other a Merry Christmas. And then we actually physically leave land again, past the lighthouse, all of that out into the seamen out at sea. And even here, where the boat's been tossed and turned about by the waves, etc., there again, every single one of them is humming a Christmas tune or has a Christmas thought. And it's this idea that no matter where you go, the Christmas spirit is irrepressible. It can't be stopped. What do you think the Christmas spirit is hoping to achieve here by showing Scrooge this, that no matter where he goes, no matter how dismal, how dreary, how physically difficult the locations these people are in, that on Christmas Eve through to Christmas Day, they're full of the Christmas spirit. What is it? What's the message that you think Christmas Present is trying to get through to Scrooge? And I'll ask that of you, George. What do you think that the spirit is trying to get across to Scrooge here by showing him this in fairly quick succession?
To like reinforce what he's saying, if it's in quick succession,
right?
To try and like get it. If you constantly repeat something, it'll get into your like, what is it? Your thingy memory.
Yeah, your long-term memory. And what is that message trying to get into the long-term memory? You're quite right. So what is it he's constantly reinforcing to Scrooge again and again and again?
Christmas spirit and happiness.
Yeah, who's it for?
Scrooge.
Yeah, and is it just for Scrooge? Is Christmas just for Scrooge?
No, for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's that idea, isn't it? If these people, even in the lowliest of situations, even if they're at the very bottom of society, if they can be happy, if they can be full of Christmas spirit, why on earth can't you, Scrooge? It's that idea. He's got no excuse. These people that he's showing, isn't it? They would have every justification not to be full of Christmas spirit, not to be joyous, not to be happy, but they are. And it's Scrooge, who's got so much more, is lacking in this, and it's just this constant reinforcement of it. Just look at these people who are beneath you, below you. Okay, good. Now, we've tapped into this a little bit. This is what we'll kick off with tomorrow. That'll be your do now that I'm just showing you here at the moment. You'll mind map out your ideas about what Dickens is trying to say within that extract. Okay, all the sort of ideas that we've just been quickly discussing and rapid fire today. And then we will move on to look at the close of this chapter, which is ignorance and want and what they are being used. Because with the arrival of ignorance and want, it does take on a much more serious aspect to the novel, and it's almost as if even although the Christmas spirit might be thinking that this message is beginning to get through, he does leave Scrooge with a fairly chilling episode. We'll discuss why we think Dickens might have done that within the text, and how that ending to stave 3 very neatly dovetails in to the beginning of stave 4. Okay. So that will be tomorrow's lesson for you. Okay, so that rather neatly brings us now around to the end of the day today. And I will see you all again tomorrow. I think, I can't remember whether it's morning or afternoon. I think it's a morning lesson we have tomorrow. I've got a funny feeling.
Second period, sir.
Thank you for reminding me there. Yeah, second period. So I will see you all tomorrow, second period. Okay. Thank you very much. Off you go. Get away from your screens.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.